I could die for you. You know sometimes I almost do. Now I've been spending all this time with you. Yeah, I could waste my life with you. But we are both young, we are not done. We got time to be someone, but we lie low, cause we don't know which way to go. No, we are not old, we are not broke. We got dreams and we got hope, but I don't know. All I know is that right now I'll be vibing with you like we got nothing to do. We party up on the roof forever young all summer. I keep falling for you, cause that's what young people do. We just don't have a clue. We could be lost, lost, lost. That's all I know. Just a game, and I could throw it all away. Right now I'm having so much fun with you, and I can think of nothing better to do. But we are both young, we are not done. We got time to be someone, but we lie low, cause we don't know which way to go. No, we are not old, we are not broke. We got dreams and we got hope, but I don't know. All I know is that right now I'll be vibing with you like we got nothing to do. We party up on the roof forever young all summer. I keep falling for you, cause that's what young people do. We just don't have a clue. We could be lost, lost, lost. That's all I know.
Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all well. And welcome to Alaska. Decided that I wanted to do something in the wilderness. So we're going to join the virtual Order of the Blue Nose by crossing the Arctic Circle. We're going to start here. I believe this is Nome, Alaska, and we're going to end up at the most northern point of the United States on a very, very small strip. And it should be interesting. The weather was much more interesting than I was thinking it was going to be, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes, you know? Live weather is very wet, so we may have to induce the icers. Viper Strike with host, many thanks. So yeah, we are indeed in the TBM. I've been getting more and more experience with the TBM, and because we're in the TBM, I'm wearing my Ailerons into the Wind shirt. So yeah, I've been getting used to the systems and how the airplane operates, and I still don't. I like it. It's definitely a periodic use thing for me, though. So we're going to go say hello to chat, because chat's awesome. Chat's the reason we do this. Kingsman's in from North Wales. Good to see you, my friend. Viper Strikes here. Good to see you. Shuffle Shoes, I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Wayland is here. Good to see you. 40 Gumble. Hello, hello. Captain Seppi, how you doing? Good to have you along for the flight. Glad you could be here, 40. Goblin Zeus is here. Like to program. Hello. We're in your airplane, sort of. We're in the TBM. Scorpio 49 is here. Good to see you. That is not the plan. I know, right? This is very atypical for me. It's not piston powered, and it can go fast. But I'm beginning to enjoy the TBM. It's not something I would fly a lot necessarily, but getting used to the G3000 and so on is I look at it as kind of a challenge, just to see, okay, I know I can fly a Cessna. Let's try to up the ante and get out of my comfort zone. In fact, last night I did a 3-hour flight in a CJ4 successfully. I flew from Daytona Beach up to Oshkosh and didn't break anything. So yeah, just learning. I'm not going to get into the airliners, but yeah, let's step a little outside of the comfort zone. Yes, I do, Captain Seppi. Kingsman, I am on live. Good day to you as well, Kozaki. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, I have all the working title stuff. That's it. Don't need a co-pilot. Get that up. So, engine gauges. Pause system test. Okay. I went in the CJ4 last night. Never been in anything larger than the King Air Fluid IFR Toronto to Ottawa and put it down in the rainstorm. For me, it was more of an accomplishment of flying something successfully outside of my comfort zone. That's what I enjoyed about it. Wayland's in the Vertigo. Nice. So just like that, we're up and running. So now we program the autopilot. So we don't have a very long leg, about 159 nautical miles. So we don't need to go super high, but we kind of want to get out of the clouds. So we're gonna probably go up to our there, so we're heading east-ish. So we pick an odd 1,000. We'll pick 7,000. Yes, let's pick 9,500. How that does. We'll change. At 160. Have good flight director on. Now, hey, Abnormal, how you doing? I keep hearing good things about Vertigo. Okay, so we should be good. Release the parking brake. Go down to here. Altitude reporting. Home. I may just do that at some point. Rolling. They see me rolling. Look at this fly paint job. Now, I'd want to replace the white stripes with the yellow goldish color. Make the wings black. Then I'd be really happy. Maybe toss my logo on there somewhere. Alright. So we're getting to there. Keep an eye on the wind spot because that's changed. So we're still going to take off from down where Wayland's at. Taxi light comes off. Strobe lights and landing lights come on. Left turn. Separate the map to a switcher button. Who knows? Kingsman's off. I have the skins for the TBM and his coloring is set for myself. Let's see. Well, we'll have to talk, do a bit of a chatty chat after the stream there, Sebby. I would be most grateful. Taking off in this is hard enough. No real weather tonight. Fair enough. It's like I've always said, I'm never going to hold anybody to run the same weather that I am. It's just the weather that I'm using. Ooh, there's a black one. So the stream schedule this week, no stream on Saturday. I'm going to be busy. And I'm also considering moving those streams to back to Sundays. So Sunday race day. Roger that, Cap. One notch of flaps going down for takeoff. Trim is that slightly nose up. Light set. AP's ready to go. Video heat's on. I have not yet. Airlock. Slowly, smoothly add power. So we get to there. We're on the runway. And throttle back. There we go. There we go. Quick right-hand turn. Let everybody get off the ground. That's coming up. I do need the Liverpool delivery. I thought I had downloaded it, but through various things, it may not have gotten reinstalled. Alright, seems like people are up. Autopilot is engaged. Hey, Noel. Well, glad that you could at least come and spectate and watch the flight. We'll miss you in the skies, but just happy to see you in the chat. I can probably turn this down just a bit. But yeah, I am running the improvement mod for this. And actually, it's pretty nice. You can disappear your co-pilot if you want. Turn your light. Have that on. What's the outside air temp? 6. So we want to probably turn our ice light on. Keep an eye out for any icing on the wings. 2 days to the pedal roads. You're stored in other days. Nice. We've got Druid out there. I gotta admit, I really love the atmospheric effects. Like when you're in a cloud, how you can kind of see the light cone and you can see the strobe flash. of CJ4 flight I did last night, I ended up trying to get out of some clouds, ended up at 30,000 feet, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and I'm seeing red on the horizon where the sun's starting to come up over Europe. That was neat. I don't think I've ever seen that in any other flight sim. I believe I do. Yes. Here. About above the precipitation. Doesn't really get us above the clouds, but look at that. It's all grayed out because we're, in the cloud. That's cool. It really does. Katie UK is here. Good to see you. How are you? We're just making our way through Alaska. As you can see, we got a lot of precipitation over where we're at. It is what it is. We've got our TCAS running. It's not picking up anybody yet. I also didn't change my altimeter setting. Getting almost a slight tailwind. Goodness. Yeah, Goblin, I'm growing to like it. I may not be, fanatic about it, but I can definitely appreciate it for what it can do. And it's a phenomenal airplane. I think the first time I really flew it was last Friday. I flew it on with Captain Seppi on FedEx Friday. I have a nice FedEx livery for the TVM. And I look at TVM load. Yeah, so I'm running the GX working title mod for sure. Honestly, I wouldn't know what to do without the Garmin mods. I wish that Working Title would spend a bit more time with the G1000, but I also wish they'd do their own version of the GNS 530 and 430, because the PMS 50 mod's still kind of buggy. Like, I was testing out some flight plans for Friday, big Oshkosh event, and I had forgotten one waypoint in the flight plan. I'm flying something with the 530. I'm like, oh, well, let me add it. So I'm going to add it. Wipes almost everything out of the flight plan except for the departure airport and the first waypoint. Deleted everything else. So I had to re-put everything in, and I get halfway through it, deletes everything again. So I was a little perturbed. Like, cause it's not easy, you know. This adding waypoints and stuff in this, it's easy. You've got, you know, I go here, hit flight plan, I can type stuff in. Like if I want to add an en route waypoint, I can type it in with the 530. It's a knob, and you have to go crank it and crank it and crank it and crank it, and it's just, ugh. I'll call you, tell something about the plans for. So most of the idea around what's going to happen on Friday is I have posted it on Two Tones Murphy's Discord in the MSFS group flight section. Basic premise. The basic premise is basically Oshkosh is a fly-in event. You can fly in group, or you know, there are groups that fly together into the event. But for the way my stream's gonna go is, you know, because of the length of the flight that I'm gonna do, and the fact that I'm going to be starting, or I'm gonna be streaming directly after Murph, is I'm going to be starting my stream in the air. I'm going to already be en route. The idea is people are coming from different airports into Oshkosh. If you want ATC, we'll have that available, and that'll have a dedicated runway. There's a dedicated runway for people that don't want ATC. And hopefully we can convince the Thunderflies to do a couple of shows. I think the 750 is way more buggy. The 750 and the 530 are way more buggy than the working title mods. Oh, yeah, we're not going to get out of the clouds, so we'll just fly in them for now. The issues I have with the G1000 have nothing to do with flight plans. It's just sometimes the map bugs out for me. The 530 deletes. And so far, I haven't run into any major issues with the 3000. But the working title spent much more time on this and the CJ4 than they have with the G1000. The G1000 they've kind of neglected, and that bothers me. But hey, at least the G1000 is not in the 140 anymore. I got not a single bug with the 750 since the last version. Yeah, I can't update my 750 because I'm not paying for it. It's not that handy. Let's see what happens with the update. Yeah, 100%. I think they'll be okay just because they are officially partnered with Microsoft now and taking it over, so I think they should be fine. Any updates because of the update should come out relatively quickly. That's awesome, Kingsman. Arctic Turn is here. Good to see you, dude. Well, you know, for the sake of it, you may get off. Make it a bit more interesting. bit more visually pleasing. Yeah, 100% airlock. I'm doing well. How are you, Arctic? That's awesome, Kingsman. Look at that. You're not wrong. I like the challenge of the live weather, but when it's that gray, it's kind of like, meh. The livery is courtesy of the Project Mega Pack thing, livery Bob. But it is quite nice. I like the red and black. I wish the white stripe was in the gold of my color, or my channel rather. But all in all, quite like it. It was worth a try, right? What do you mean? So Blue Nose is just, the Order of the Blue Nose is a club or some sort of title you get when you cross the Arctic Circle. So kind of like you get a title, some sort of title for crossing the international date line or the equator or the Tropic of Capricorn and that sort of thing. It's all nautical stuff that I don't even fully understand. Well, Blue Nose was never the name of the plane, so it's just the red fits the channel. Bryce Allen, Xbox Series, yeah. I think the servers might struggle a bit, but I'm not sure that they'll crash. You must have asked this question on Fabio, because I recognize the exact question. Shellbacks for the equator. I'll have to ask Azimuth, which, by the way, Maritime Horrors, hosted by my friend Azimuth, his channel just crossed 1,000 subs. Over on YouTube, so shout out to him. Well, you know, Airlock, I hadn't seen this one, and then I decided that it did fit the channel better. You gotta be styling, man. No, I'm excited for all the Xbox players being able to join in with Flight Sim. I think it's going to be good. I think it's good for the aviation community as a whole. And I think it's going to bring in a lot new pilots, both simulated and otherwise. To add the mod, yeah. Just drag and drop. Just drop the mod in your community folder and you should be good to go. And that goes for whether you're talking the working title G3000 or the TBM improvement mod. Oh, absolutely, Kozaki. I mean, you will. Here's the thing, though. It's making the accessibility of Flight Sim a lot better. And sure, you're going to get the people that fly it super casually and they have fun, and that's awesome. You know, if people like flying like that, that's great. It's not how I like to fly, but I can only control me. I can only control what I like to do. If someone likes flying goofy, that's awesome. You know, and you're always going to get those people that are attention seekers and want to, you know, fly in the streamer's face. And, you know, I believe that Asobo are working on better controls for that sort of situation. Now, but you're also going to get sim pilots that want to take it seriously, and they're going to stick around, and maybe they can't do a good PC, so the Xbox is their only way, and they're making nice flight hardware for the consoles. So I'm all for it, but that's not to say that I'm not, you know, taking a certain amount of caution with that. Well, it depends on what you're talking about, Scorpio. The two that I'm really running right now are the working title G3000 and the TBM improvement mod. There is a British themed one with the Union Jack. If we all lined up on the deck of an Ark Royal with our wings folded, some kit crashes out. Right. Oh, the background. I'm tracking. I thought I saw two different updates, is why I asked. I'm not. I can't really actually answer that question because I'm not sure. I honestly don't know right off the top of my head. The last I got, I got the latest version from when I downloaded it. That's all I know. I know that the G3000, I keep that as up to date as possible. I don't think I've missed an update, so whatever the latest is what I'm going to have, probably. But for the TBM improvement mod, I couldn't tell you what version I'm on. Let's see if it won't happen all the time. Yeah. 100% Kingsman. I do have my American flag in my window over here. Just can't see it on the camera. We're still about 75 miles out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a thing. Winds are out. Standing. So I've just set the RNAV approach for runway 27. Nice. I saw you two today when I saw you were flying. Ah. I know there's updates for the 140 But that's it. Alright, let's check the charts. So charts. There we go. Option. Turn it. I need to get down to 2,000 feet by NEMD. I don't think I really need to start that just yet because we don't have that much of a departure to do. Departure, descent. You know, words are complicated. Look at that. Lighting is so good. Wait a minute. 1,000. After 7,100. Minutes. That's good, mud. You're sorry. Oh, Jet A1 smells okay, but there's nothing like 100 low lead. 2,000. Oh. Go vertical speed. Just want to do 500. Heck. Power. Oh yeah. We got Scorpio there, Arbachetta, Kozaki, Druid, Kinsman, Wayland. One of the nice things about flying up in this area is just the fact that nobody flies up here. So the skies are nice and free and terrain's nice. And exploring the places that don't get explored. That looks good in the sun. like the metallic red. If this were like a matte black, the gold stripes. Make the wings and the horizontal stabilizers red, or even make them black. Just make them black. That would be making them matte black. I tried to get above the clouds. Real weather. Yeah, nothing at 21,000. Yeah, if we're going straight to the end and not doing, short legs, I would probably go up to that high, but meh. Displaying that this is, kind of like in the old FSX days. Kozaki, I can see your nav lights and you're coming in close. I saw you, Kozaki, were in the Spitfire. Speed down as much as we can. Definitely over this bay. We got a little bit until we hit the island. Okay, so our descent arc is showing that we're going to hit our target altitude before the required waypoint. That's good. That's good. And it should also mean that we're going to have enough speed to put flaps and such down on approach. Should be good to go. Bending nicely. We've got a bit of a small breeze from the west. The passengers, if we had any, would be nice and cozy. And look at those plush leather seats. Heavy duty buckle. That Corsair. Haha! Spitfire. That one. I'd love to toggle for the nameplates. Turn them on and off from not the menu. One would think that it wouldn't be that hard to do, but apparently it is. I miss the name tag showing everybody what everybody was flying. So, you know, it would say Kozaki and Spitfire and your altitude, and not just similar planes, you know, other TBMs, for example. So I think that's a missed opportunity. Because it used to work. I'm telling you, the Sim Update 4 broke a lot of things. It really did break a lot of things. And they've patched it up to make it work, but it's just the little things we've lost, like the delivery matching and the model matching are kind of goofy. You know, the name tags aren't what they used to be. So I'm really hoping that Sim Update 5 next week, along with the Xbox release, fixes a lot of that stuff. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I'm genuinely, you know, I genuinely have excitement for Xbox players getting their hands on a flight sim. I mean, that's nuts. You know, and them talking with on mine. Yeah, that's because you're in a TBM. So if you're in a TBM, it's gonna show. But like Kingsman, who's not in the Kozaki, who's not in the TBM, he's in a Spitfire. It doesn't give me the airplane or the altitude he's at. Used to. Yeah, airlock. It's going to be iffy. The servers are probably going to be busy between downloading and updates and all that stuff. So Tuesday, I might have to switch things up for the stream. Unless things go smoothly, which I can only hope. Hugo McTavish is here. How you doing, my friend? We're just flying the TBM into here, this airport that we're totally going to, and I didn't forget the name of. But we're in Alaska. We're at Ralph Wayne Memorial. That's where we're flying into. I totally remember that. Too blue and hot. Yeah, I feel you. Our heat wave's kind of on a low end right at the minute. Humidity's up. I'm not someone that deals with heat very well. I'm a cold temperature kind of person, because I'm a firm believer in you can only take so many layers off before the police can come and, you know, arrest you. But in the cold, you can always add more layers to stay warm, and no one will say a thing. That, and I'm just a naturally warm-bodied person. So, Cloud. Well, see, and that's actually kind of something funny about doing World War II reenacting over here in the U.S. is we have most of the events are in late spring-ish to early fall. Sometimes not many are done during the winter. Some are, but not many. Big events are always during the summer. And the weather in June, let's say June, July of 44 in Europe was a bit cooler than it usually is in June, July in the US, even where I'm at in Michigan. So we're wearing clothes like wool shirts, wool pants, etc. when it's roasting. So that's fun. 35C in Marseille. Woof. That's a toasty. That's a spicy meatball. Alright, so we've almost reached our altitude. We're about to hit the approach point. We're about at our first stop. We're just on the RNAV of runway 27 at our first stop dual. So PAOT is where we're landing at just shortly from now. $30 in Wales. Not sure what to do. Well, it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Uh, 29 degrees. Feels like 31. Gonna reduce power a bit more. Why didn't... Okay, no, we're fine. Johnny F73 is not following the channel. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. Two nautical miles from Nemdi. There could be. As long as you're on East USA and you join in, it should be fine. We haven't landed yet, so it may not show anybody on the map at the airport just yet. I think Druid's just about over it as it's Wayland. The rest of us are I'm just on basically a 6-mile final. Or like a 10-mile final. Or 7-mile final, something like that. On approach. The real lights. Yeah. We started off with it, and then we moved to scattered clouds. Okay, so we're gonna put gear down, one notch of flaps. Slowest landing gear ever. Losing speed fast, so we put the little bit of beans back into it. Okay, we're gonna turn off the autopilot. Just trying to make sure that we're on the glide slope. I see a red over white, so we should be all right. All right, it felt like we were dropping a little bit. Two whites. Up and down, we're close enough. Notch of flaps. Thanks, Linda. Linda is the lady that lives inside of the Garmin system. That's 500. Much. Still on the glide slope. We're a little to the left. We get a little more to the left. We are back on center line. Too low. Add a little power. There we go. About the Pappies now. We're on a good descent. Power up a little bit, up, steady. Look at that. Nice landing. Nose down. That's coming up under 40 knots. A little bit of braking, trim to neutral. Pull off the runway. Taxi lights on, strobes on. Lights off. Ooh, that's a fast taxi. Here. Parking brake.
Aural warning, okay.
And hey, there's a USA PR1. We haven't seen him in a while. Good to see him back. Or them, I should say. Ooh, yeah, mind the ledge here, folks. Kingsman's down. Sorry, I missed the landing, dude. Go ahead and hide me. First up is Scorpio. Two-Tone Murphy in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. Hope you got your flight plans ready. Just arriving for our first stop here in Papa Alpha Oscar Tango. There's Kozaki in the spit. And Druid in the TBM. Followed closely by Google in a TBM. Whoops. There's a goose. A goose or a widgeon of USA PR1? It's a goose. Pretty sure it's a goose. Pontoons were on the wingtips instead of under the. There's Whalen coming in. No pressure, Waylon. Just gonna watch it come in. In the generic Finanza. Up is here. Good to see you, dude. You have a good one, Kingston. You stay safe out there and enjoy your time in Wales. Glad to have you along for the flight as long as you could. All right. So, we're going to leave it here for a second. I have to refill my water bottle. And so I shall return shortly. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, going to be busy next few days. New PC. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, that's it for tonight. You have a good one, Wayland. Glad to have you along. All right. Well, I know that the flight's logged, at least in Sim Toolkit Pro. I'm in the TBM, as is Google Druid, but you don't show the TBM kernel. It's either the mod or the livery. Yeah, because I see Dougal, I see a black TBM, I see that TBM. Lots of people having these issues. That too. So it could be any number of things, really. Most of it out of our control. I suppose I can unhide me. Ooh, too much. Just add that to the list of things that I really hope that big sim update next week fixes. Okay, crossing the whole chart line, taxi light comes off, strobes and landing lights come on. We're gonna go back taxi. Interesting. Now I'm just waiting for Murph to show up in something like the G91 or a 339. I guess the Thunderflies have really been having some server struggles, and that's really unfortunate. That's kept them off Murph's stream, and it's seeming to keep them off mine, which is really unfortunate because it's always great to have them flying along. Hey, Six Knots, how you doing? Good to see you. Up here in Alaska. I really need to shave. I need to trim my mustache. I'm starting to eat it on the corners. Well, if he comes in with a jet-powered hot tub, he'd still show up as a Bonanza, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. Alright, slowing down so we can turn around. Turn around! I'm not gonna sing for you. None of you need to hear that. It's bad. Alright, so... set our altitude. Well, probably make it a little lower this time since we're on a different set of weather, so we'll call it 3,500. Vertical speed. Temperature off. Takeoff. Nav mode activated. Speaking of nav mode, I should probably send an addendum to the a nation. Destination is PIZ. Papa India. Oh, that's good. All right. Brakes off. Trim neutral. 1 notch laps down. Add power. Not enough to overdo it. On center line. Best you can. Up there, we're off the ground. Tap on the toe brakes. Positive rate, gear up. Google. Donnie's up. Scorpio, Druid. Alright, we're going to go ahead and activate the autopilot. Pilot engaged, nav mode on. That's coming up. The lighting of the sim gets me every freaking time. Every time. Jumper on. Want it off apparently. We're gonna turn on half bank. Yeah, for some reason the DC6 shows as a, when it shows as a generic, now shows as a generic airliner, which is kind of annoying. So there is a runway here, but it's a less, hey, airplane, where are you going? I know I had activated nav mode. Oh well. It's gonna be like, we're gonna do circles. Yeah, 6 knots. It's somewhere between a livery bug and the fact that multiplayer models and livery matching has been kind of broken since World Update 4. I just tested the 140 hit battery. Alternator came on as well. 45 minutes, no power off. Seems like they got it. And it's got a little more response to the throttle. Nice. Taking too long to get back on course. Nav mode isn't working for Dougal. Well, if you give me but a moment to get on course, I will give you the heading. We should be on. It's to be about 341 degrees. Roughly. I'm going to dial back the speed of 2. Torque is 5. Well, I wouldn't imagine it working in sped. I don't even think the spit has nav equipment in it, other than a map. Nearly reported giving, and I saw it first, but then it was Google. All reported gigabit. Autocorrect. Don't worry. There was a stream. There was a Murphy stream a while back. I forget where we were flying, but we ended up trying to make up time, and Murph took out the F-15. Well, I was flying an F-15. Forgot that I was in a livery that Murph probably didn't have, and I was showing as an airliner in an F-15 doing barrel rolls and all sorts of fun stuff. It was really interesting. Gotcha, Johnny. Dougal, yes. Funny story. I saw you in a B-17 themed livery in a DC-6 yesterday in Rio de Janeiro, and then you parked on top of me at the very end there. Oh, autocorrect is wonderful, isn't it? And I'm totally not saying that with any sort of sarcasm at all. Yeah, the liveries are all kinds of weird. It's like I want to keep the B-17 liveries in, but I also kind of want to see the Thunderflies. You're good, Dougal. It was all... You probably didn't see us because of the way Flight Sim loads in aircraft on a whim. So don't feel bad. Hey, Two Cats, how you doing? It is nice, isn't it, Dougal? Nice red, metallic, balanced out with a little bit of black and a white stripe. Dougal, it is from the Project Mega Pack, the delivery Mega Pack thing. Well, you know. We needed the ventilation, Seppi. I'm doing okay, Two Cats. How's your streaming been going, dude? Sorry, I haven't caught him yet. It's the Iron Man TVM. Nice. Good to see that they're going well. Now, Two Cats, are you doing them on Twitch or are you doing them on YouTube? So everybody go check out Two Cats, just getting into the streaming thing. So check out Two Cats, one of our Thunderbus flyers as part of the Thunder Flies. Go give him some love. Tuesday's probably going to be early afternoon, Roger. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next Tuesday because, well, it's not only update day, but it's also Xbox release day. Hey, Banny. How you doing? I get that question a lot. No. I'm lazy, incredibly lazy, so I do racing on Saturdays or Sundays. It might be moving to Sundays. And I'm lazy, so I just leave my wheels set up and swap out my pedals. I have a Cytec X55 joysticks over here, throttles over here. So this is just, it's there for show during the flight sim streams. It's there for show and because, well, I'm, like I said, I'm lazy. My humble G25 been tweaked. It's the G25. I just have a bigger wheel and I have paddle shifter extensions on it. Yeah, or, you know, I can slap my phone right on the hub. It's right there. I wish I had a quick disconnect for it though, so I could at least just have the base and not have the wheel obstruct everything. Let's see. Today on Two Cat Stream, I called him out for drinking coffee in the plastic cup and not tin. It was tin, and he called me out back. One day for the giggle, gonna try to fly with the wheel. I'm not gonna say no, but I can't make any promises. Manny with the follow. Many thanks, dude. Hope you enjoy the flight and the stream. Kosaki's in the Vertigo. Before I made my... There's the Thunderflies. We've got two of them. HCBR and Hammy. Before I made my flight plan, I made a quick disconnect from my wheel stand to swap out the yoke throttle with the wheel shifter. I thought about doing something kind of like that, or at least along those lines, but even if I could just do a disconnect for the wheel itself and leave the base here, I'd be happy. But probably a bit more complicated because wires. Roger that, Two Cats. Well, we got a Eurofighter with us. Should be drinking your coffee out of the... I don't drink coffee. Wheel for rudders, gas and clutch for pitch. Brakes are still brakes. In theory, it could work. I think I tried that at one point. I don't remember. Have to make a new base. Good. Ah. Yeah, so I'm using the working title G3000 mod, along with the TBM improvement mod. And so I have the autopilot set as well as using the GPS, I guess it's an FMS, for the nav. And I also have it hooked up with my Navigraph account, so I have Heritage. Charts. That's our next airport. Real fancy. Probably gonna land on runway 23. Pull-to-pin swap. Sounds simple. The thing is the wires. I have wires going everywhere. My cable management is awful. They're everywhere, man. I do agree. Granted, the working title stuff is actually going to be part of the sim here moving forward at some point. Gloucestershire Road with the follow. Many thanks, dude. So at least with the working title G3000, that's just going to be the base at some point moving forward. I do agree that the TBM improvement, along with the improvement mods for the DA40 and the DA62, I think those should be integrated as default, much like or at the very least, treated a lot like the fly-by-wire A320. I've definitely thought about doing stuff like that, Captain Seppi. I've definitely thought about doing it. For me, the problem is also the moolah. So, and as it is, the streaming might be changing up a little bit here in the nearish future. So keep an eye out for that news. Kind of a change that's good for me, but not the one I want to make. I have to make it begrudgingly. Because if I could make this sustainable and make this my only job, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Because I love doing this. I love sharing flying with everyone. I love going on these group flights. I love planning like the big event we have on Friday, going to Oshkosh. I love doing that stuff. Unfortunately, it's not at the point where it's sustainable. And it's a long road to get to that point. So, I am having to look for some sort of regular employment. I like your thinking, Airlock. There's Hammy and Steve Solo and Mart362 and HCBR. Awesome. Wombat 49's here. Sonic Lake. It's Arbachetta. There's Warhamster. Steve Solo is here. Up there. There's Wombat. The Thunderflies are here, boys. And ladies. Dougle's going for that scene in Dark Knight Rises. Just my BN2 Islander, make a Pepto-Bismol pink skin and go for it, dude. It made me laugh. They flew right between us. They certainly did. BN2 Islander's nice from the outside. What's the saying? The inside's a bit naff. Yeah, you're not wrong, Airlock. You're definitely not wrong. Look at those mountains. We have the power back. Now we're getting into some terrain. Yeah, so we're only going 218. We're not looking at it by any stretch. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well, that's kind of weird. So we're gonna drop this to 50. What happened? Alright, so that's good. There's pad G. But can you put an Islander in Crocs? Airport down here? VFR map is telling me there's like an airport either down in here or down in here. I'm just having a hard time believing that. We're definitely getting into some awesome terrain territory. Not so great on some of the satellite imagery quality though. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's like it's right there. That would be painful for you. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. Golden fire. I'd like to think so. I'm just glad that everybody enjoys it. I kind of, virtual sense, spin a globe and go, hey, that looks interesting. Ordered a minute this past week when we want to arrive and it was nice. That is a sharp ridge. Yes. Look at the scenery. Don't look at the bad satellite imagery. Reese is here. Good to see you, dude. Yes. It's very good to see you. It's like they smell blood in the water. Like a shark pounced on it. It's my poor attempt at being Bane from Dark Knight Rises, yes. Yes. Yes, it was.
Big white welcome, Reese. Great to have you aboard.
Nah, honest, 100% Dougal.
Mr. Gorbachev, heard on your wall.
I must be doing something right then. I think my Amelia Earhart shirt, I don't know, took the better part of a couple of weeks to show up. Not a mug, but comes from the same place.
You should have respected my authority.
Oh, hello. That's a mountain.
500.
Thanks, Linda.
500.
Thanks, Linda. Here it is.
We may have to gain some altitude for the sake of safety.
Actually, we should be at an even altitude anyway, so... Oopsie. For the... Yes! Yes! I need that in my life, the bait squirrel.
Yes, I'm a squirrel now. Be very afraid.
Tom Hardy. So Bane in the universe of movies, Bane flew a Spitfire. This Bane is Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy played in Dunkirk and was a pilot. That's where Mr. Log and Mrs. Shirley. Yes.
You merely adopted the logs. I was born in them, molded by them.
Look at that. Thunder flies over Alaska. Just to miss the mountains at 3,600. Yeah. I wonder if we'll find Bomez. I wouldn't doubt it. You can find anything on the internet these days. Just did a VFR flight across the UK with a friend in MSFS in the PA-28 Aero 3. US 10 gallon an hour burn, hour 20 ETE. I thought 15 gallons should do it. I landed with 6 US cans. The unusable in the POH is 5. Ooh. That's what you call getting by on the hair of your chinny chin chin. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yes, very excellent hobby. Look at the beautiful scenery. It may be the last time.
Carried away with the Bane voice. headcanon, Colonel Fork is really Bane. Arrows. I have a 40k bolter hanging from the wall that I made. Nice. 2 cats for rock. Warhammer 40k. Gotcha. Okay, tracking. I have a an EVA foam crafted Halo AR that I bought off a friend of mine who made it, and it's amazing.
Mr. Rock is handsome, for sure.
How did the song go? Can't remember how the song went.
Call me Mr. Babe.
Nice. I made a foam DMR from Reach. Just a little, the full scale is just a little bit big because it was designed for, you know, a super soldier, not me. Then again, I also have the full set of armor, so I mean, there's that.
Yes, I have many different hobbies, some of which have not been shown off yet.
Grace claimed to fame with 40k as my illegal dual chain sword wielding space marine. Nice. If you're not breaking the rules, are you really playing? Now, one of these days I'll have to, like, for like maybe Halloween, I may have to do something with it. Like wear the top half of it, because that's all you can see anyway.
At least now I have another idea I can cosplay and get away with.
What was that airplane at the very beginning? Because it's like they swooped in with like a C-130. The little passenger, the twin engine turboprop got chopped up. What's that?
You'll never know what happens on the bottom side underneath the camera. You don't know what's there right now.
Was it? Dark night. For spelling it. Night. Rises. Airplane. What plane is used in Dark Knight? Highland Airways. That's not helpful. Posted in the tabletop chat. Roger that. Should
Yes, Mr. Churchill, we understand.
Oh, please don't break everything. It's like a King Air without the T-tail. Should do a good CH-01P. Oh, nice. What is it? Excuse me. That's not it. Nice. You can share the photo on stream if you want. It might be difficult because oh, there he is. It's only difficult because I turn Discord. I close out of Discord on my main streaming computer, but oh, so we're racing questions. Let's see. Airlock. I'll do the. We shall go on.
You shall go on to the end. You shall fight in France. You shall fight on the seas and the oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
Let's see. NASCAR or F1? NASCAR. Indy or oval? Well, Indy races on ovals, so BTCC or DTM, probably BTCC. I remember that from, I think it was the last stream. Yeah. How are we doing on the flight? We've got 56 miles to go.
We shall never, ever give in.
Discord. It's basically on my streaming computer where I have Flight Sim and the streaming software. I close out of Discord entirely. It has a little bit of an impact. And I just do it out of safety. I have Discord on my laptop over here, but I can't exactly move it.
Never give up. Never surrender. There's quite a few of us going along to the flight.
Yeah, I need to get the mask so I don't have to use my hand the whole time. But the mask would also make it difficult to drink water.
Ah, yes, the thunderflies. Some say they try to gain the favor of Bane. All we know is they're called the thunderflies. There's something on the way. Hey. Hey.
You have a good one, Shuffle Shoes. Thanks for coming along. Hope you have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Ooh, that would work. Following. Need to figure out a way to share funds. The thing of it is, Reese, is with my system between streaming and Flight Sim is very tenuous at best. Flight Sim likes to crash a lot. Normally. So it's kind of a... yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that could work. Bane and the dude. Let's see if I can... this one. That's pretty slick. There's a spit. Hey, it's Bane. Bane flew a spit, sort of. Yeah, actually, Seppi, there is something that I want to ask you about 3D printing. I've asked about it months ago. But basically, there's a 3D file made for printing for the Logitech or SciTech rudder pedals that changes from the little flat to more of a Cessna style. So I'm going to be in touch with you about that. Because I don't like the flat style. I like the Cessna style. We'll work something out. Dougal, if you're looking for this one, it's the metallic red. Hey, Ailerons, how you doing, my dude? And it's buried some. I know for a fact that it's buried somewhere in, I think, the MSFS or flight hardware section of Murphy's Discord. See, Ailerons, I'm wearing your shirt because I'm flying the TBM. That, and we're up here in I'm hanging in there, having a nice flight, talking
like Bane. TBM flying in Alaska.
We are on leg number 2 out of 3, 6 knots.
Yes. It seems that Ailerons into the wind has joined us. Very good. Why did the miles away? Wrapped up like a something in the night. Because I was blinded by the light.
Roger that, Captain Seppi.
Behold the beauty that is the TBM. The glorious metallic red. The amazing avionics suite that it has inside. Oh no, Dougal. That just will not do.
I'm getting real carried away with the Bane voice. Really sorry about that, Dougal. That's not fun. Okay, so we're gonna land on runway 23. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh. About 30 miles out. I don't think this has an approach. Procedure. Approach. Oh, maybe it does. Darn. So we will turn for the RNAV. Show. Okay, so I need to be at 2,000. Speed minutes. Next one. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You can totally do that. Not because you said I was gonna do it, but man. I believe it's up yonder there. Got the lever pulled back. There's our top of descent, or our descent marker. So long as it's before the first waypoint of sure. Adgaw. That's a name for you. Alright. There's been a vote. Good to see you. It's Frozen. Thunderflies, Arpachetta, Kozaki, Scorpio, Ailerons. How's the flight training going there, Ailerons? Hopefully it's going well, my dude. I'll say it's there. There. I don't know. Yeah, weather always kind of sucks the fun out of flying sometimes, doesn't it? Always pops up at the wrong time. Very barren in this part of Alaska. A lot of ways, the only way to get out here is by aircraft. Storm's coming in next week. If I wasn't working, I could have booked 5 hours this week easily. And two things that get in the way of flying the most: work and weather. If I could choose one to deal with, it'd be weather. Thunderflies. Playing this next week on Series X. Can't wait. Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome, dude. I'm really excited for folks in the console world to be able to share the joys of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's very true, Ailerons, but it does seem that you've got a good one on that last note. Oh, that would be fun, Captain Seppi. I could definitely see the skis. It would be hilarious to see one on floats and just how big they'd have to be. That would be great. Hey, Brazen. I've got the issues I have with flying. They get in the way with flying is money. The inflatables. Imagine that for a movie. The inflatables. It's all about inflatable airplanes. You heard the idea here first. So we're about to start a turn to the left. Get on the RNAV approach. Well, England is now out of lockdown. Clubs are open, and I have £7.98 to make. Eesh. How let's try something like that with the Spruce Goose at least. I don't like it. It didn't fly very far or high, but yeah, the floats would be. I mean, seeing a DC-3 on floats is hilarious enough. Seeing an A320 on it would I would probably die of laughter, but it would be great. Yeah, well, and it's even worse for you, Ailerons, being over in Europe and Britain in particular. Over here, it's a lot more simplified. It's not as needlessly hassling, say. It's a lot less complicated. Get out of my face, Nat.
Gnats have it coming. One day they should regret crossing.
Yeah, the DC-3, it worked. But it's still almost comically large floats. Yeah. Okay, we're starting our turn in. Reduce our power a little bit more. We want to get it in. Yep. So I think that says landing gear bended or down is 178. It's kind of blurry. It wouldn't surprise me, Sep. It would not surprise me in the least. I know I've seen some, and it works for the DC-3 just because the plane is amazing in and of itself. But it's still kind of comical. I need someone to do that for a 320 now. Oh, Maine and New England. Roger that. So we're 175, that's good. And so we're almost, okay, we've got the real lights. Well, we have the reels. Saying real lights is like saying ATM machine. Because ATM is automatic teller machine, so automatic teller machine. So real lights, runway, and identification lights. We still have them in sight. There's the Thunderflies. Look at them go. We're 9 out. Once we get to 5, we'll toss the gear down. More of a turn. There's the real lights. Captain Seppi has posted that DC3 on float's image into the Discord. I love it. It's so good. I've seen a Spitfire on floats, and that's funny in and of itself. And it's so weird, but so great at the same time. Alright, so we are 4.8, so our speed's good. Landing gear coming down. Green. Bunch of flaps. There are footsies on the rudder pedals. Add some power back in. Compensate. Now, I'm a complete noob when it comes to RNAVs. But isn't it supposed to also control my altitude? RNAV is non-precision. Ah. That, I guess I would need an ILS.
Use the force, man.
Do vertical speed. Turn it off. You. don't like you. Fine. Oh, bloody thing off. That's launch of flags coming down. See you, Dougal. API flight director on, yeah. Flight director is on. Damper. Low, so I'm going to add a little bit of power. Left.
500.
Thanks, Linda. On center line. Ish. Ooh, there's a bump. Ooh, we're getting bumped around. Definitely getting down. Nice. Power back to idle. Player. Small bounce. Plenty of runway, no need for reversers. Nice, Johnny. Hey, GNAC. Alright, so there's a turn off here. When Vettel put the second place for. You have a good one, Johnny. Thanks for coming along. Do appreciate the follow. I want to make sure that this flight gets logged, so we're going to stop. Start turning some stuff off. And you know. All right, so we are, whoopsie, hide me. So, capacity is an alternative to Logitech's radio panel. I don't know that there is airlock. When Vettel put the second place. I don't remember that, Reese. Yes, make sure. Well, I guess there's that. Why is Microsoft Flight Simulator? It's pretty on point, though. It's a flight simulator. There's 6 knots in the TBM, or what's showing as a TBM anyway. There's Druid. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Seppi. They've been using it for slightly longer than I've been alive, so it's pretty on point. Ooh, there's a DA-62 of ailerons in the wind. Very nice. Yeah, once it starts getting into soldering and stuff, I'm over my head. Look at that formation landing. Whoa, hold on to it, Mark. There's Kozaki. Uh-oh, something happened. Who's left? Who is left? There's Scorpio and a TBM way back there. And one of all there. Got a Mooney. Dude, you've got a whole maker shop. That's awesome, dude. Like, color me jealous. Sorry about that, Kozaki. I tried to keep the speed down a little bit. Still say airborne. You and me both, Doc. Alright. Now for the final trip. We're going to start this bad boy back up. Oh. Alright, I'm probably going to trigger ailerons a little bit. Fine. Get it started.
TOS system test. Okay.
No, I know who MacGyver is. I know who MacGyver is. I won't look. Why do I have no oil pressure? That's concerning. Unless the D3000's bugged. Yeah, I think the screen was bugged. Now it looks normal. Okay, so now we have to do flight plan option, complete flight plan. Back. So at origin, we are at Papa is Lulu, I believe.
TOS system
Yes.
test. Okay.
At destination, Papa Alpha Bravo Oscar. All right. Brakes off. It's nice. Okay, the center screen is not working well. Not playing nice. That's troubling. Hey, PB the man. How you doing? You're just getting rolling on the third and final takeoff for the stream. Here's the boys as we roll past kind of quickly. So this lake's going to be really interesting with the center screen being in op.
TOS system test. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be real interesting. So we're going to get... I will just... play a little change. All right. Go. Roger that, Kozaki. I have no idea if I'm over torquing the engine because the center display isn't functioning. Positive rate coming up. Well, it's just hard to tell because the whole center screen isn't functioning. It's not even just one part of it. It's the whole center screen has become in-op. So I have no idea what my engine's doing. Yeah, at least the autopilot work, everything seems to work except for the center screen. There doesn't seem to be a... I press. I run an overcharge higher off for 30 seconds or something. IGT is what you have to watch. The engine will damage rapidly. Problem is, I don't have any read on engine. This is just all locked up. So, you know, you're not wrong. It's just I can't read anything. I've got nothing. I have this screen, I have the PFDs, I have these guys, but this is in-op. Is this nothing in here is changing at all. It's all in-op. The map's not moving. None of that information's moving, so the center screen is completely in-op. Roger that, Kozaki. I've done that a couple times and it works for a little bit and then stops working. Should find a better place for my fan here. I have 1500. Interesting. I'll see if I can get it to you directly, Dougal. Okay, so we're established on there, so connects the AP. Let it sit for a second. You have a good one, Scorpio. Glad to have you along. Yeah, it's not even resetting anymore. It'll give me my information, but it won't give me that.
TOS system test.
Look at me there. Oh, no, that's working now. I don't know what I did, but now it seems to work. And then, oh, it stopped. So it's the map that's broke. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's because it wasn't reading anything. I think there's a bug with the map on the center screen. Because once I went to weather or traffic, everything's fine. Interesting. Right. Yeah, that's DCAS, but once I brought up anything other than the map, things started working. So I go to the map, and it works for a little bit. And maybe it'll work for now. But eventually it froze. We'll see how long it lasts. Could have just been a temporary bug. I don't know. The Birdman. Birdman! It's still working, huh? It just might have gotten confused. I mean, it's technology. Who knows? It's simulated technology at that. Who knows? It's working for now, and I'm happy with that. So our final stop is what I believe is the northernmost U.S. airport. And it's on the very tip of Alaska. And this is where we're talking Arctic tundra. Probably. Not a lot grows up here. It's cold. I mean, it's only 6 degrees, and we're at, what, 4,500 feet? Seems about right. You have a good one, Reese. Glad to have you along. We'll catch you next time for sure. feel like the weather, the live weather is still going to be awful. Let's see, what's it like? There's that wind. Adelaide. Medio blue doesn't go that far. Start. It is flying PA-20 RT style. Nice. Okay, so Kavak and roasted. Ugh. I think because nothing I'm doing is really controlling. I think it's auto messing with the prop, auto feathering it, or whatever. Death by storm. Yeah, we'll keep it on scattered clouds. You know, it's nice and puffy clouds. So we'll just, we'll just leave it there then. Radar and satellite. Yeah, we're gonna let it ride. Renoy, nice. How you doing? Renoir, Reno. I'm gonna call you Reno. Renoir. In a Spitfire.
Yes, Renoir has joined us in the Spitfire for the flight. We have ailerons into the wind at 8,000. And of all 6 knots, Kozaki Harbor Shadow. Druid Zeus, the Thunderflies, of course. And then we have Dougal McTavish, probably the scariest man here. Never cast Dougal McTavish. You may not live to regret it. And of course, the Birdman is here.
So hot right now. Hey, strange can be good, Kozaki. GNAC with the Bob Ross. We all love Bob Ross. It definitely gets flatter the further north in Alaska you go, but look, it's still neat. It's wilderness everywhere. So much is untouched.
Yes, there's Dougal forming up on our left. Some say he can snap your bones just by looking at you. We know him as Dougal.
Nope, it is, of course, still summer, so it's above freezing. They might get a month of it a year. PB the man, no, we are not landing at Paui. We are landing at Papa Alpha Bravo Oscar. Birdman. Backlighting aircraft is just makes them look so good. Which in fact is a filming technique they used in the original Top Gun, and it made it much more visually stunning than it could have.
Here come the Thunderflies. Some say they don't need to replicate a real demonstration team because they're doing very well on their own. All we know is they're called the Thunderflies.
Cloud. Low hanging cloud. A happy little cloud. Can you imagine Bob Ross mixed with Bane?
Yes, we have a happy little cloud here. Really adapted the happy little cloud. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see a happy little cloud until I was a man.
On a GoPro to vlog. Do it, dude. I'd watch it. And I just realized, haha, I've been hidden.
There should be no question on whether you should bring a GoPro or not. You should totally bring one and vlog your lessons. Give us Americans some insight to aviation in the UK.
Whatever you can afford. doesn't need to be 4K in my opinion. 4K is kind of overrated. Whichever would fit your budget. I got a knockoff GoPro. It's like half the price of a GoPro, and it actually works pretty dang well. So that's just my 2 cents. You and me both, Dougal. I think it has space for, it should have space for an SD card. Yeah. And this one, it has a HD out, a micro USB, and a slot for a mini SD card. It's called a Cam Park. And apparently it does 4K, but I've never tried it. It also works as a webcam. So there's that. It's so hot right now. Like, totally. For real. These guys, the Thunderflies, OMG. How we doing? There's a Birdman on point. About 86. I like this. Excessively Salty is now following. Many thanks, dude. Love the name. Hope you enjoy the flight. We're in Alaska, having fun, and flying in a TBM, something that's usually outside of my comfort zone, but I'm getting used to it. There they are. Roger that. Going for the loop. Dougal getting ice cream makes me think of the ice cream scene from Days of Thunder. I need to pit. Can't right now. We're kind of busy. Doing what? Eating ice cream. Ice cream? Oh, that was a good scene in the movie. Oh. One of my favorite parts. Oh, Days of Thunder. What a classic. I won't tell if you won't, Kozaki. They don't know what kind of top secret mission we're on. We're on a mission from God. Yeah, see? We're like the Blues Brothers. It's not Talladega Nights, but it's better. It still had John C. Reilly in it. Aw, yeah. Everything's official when you have aviators. I'd put mine on, but I'm not sure where I left them. They're probably in my drawer buried. By some other things that I don't think Twitch would want me to show off. You have a good one, Airlock. We appreciate you hanging out in the chat. You take care, and we will see you next time. Alright, so we're 75 out. Chances are we're not going to see it. Oh, look, and it ain't working again. So if I switch to here, there we go. Okay, now this is working again. Yeah, it ain't working. So we'll be flying over. Well, there's no official name other than the Arctic Sea. We're going to be flying over the Pierd Bay. Which is an Alaska Maritime National Wildlife Refuge. Includes offshore public lands on islands, islets, or islets, rocks, reefs, and spires as specified in the Alaska National Interest Lands Conservation Act. We are still just within the Alaska ADIZ, or Air Defense Identification Zone. And we are definitely, it is a part of the Arctic Ocean. So yeah, we're getting to the northernmost point. For sure. Doesn't get much more than this until you start getting into, North Pole. About halfway along the leg. Got out of a 1-hour conference call meeting. Roger that, like the program. That's working now. It says we have about 16 minutes. Destination. Check it out. That is the Arctic Ocean. Pretty freaking awesome. So this smaller body of water is the Gugura Bay. I'm butchering that so bad. Hey, there's the thunderflies. That's not an iceberg, that's a thunderflies. Away. Yar, there be iceberg ahead. I wonder if this is the furthest north a Spitfire has been in flight sim. Let us get on with it. Oh! Oh, there's the Birdman. Captain Seppi got it. How you doing, JW? How's work treating you? Tristan LZ with the follow. Many thanks, dude. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Appreciate the follow. As we're just finishing up our flight here in Alaska. We need to move these spots just a bit up. There we go. And Bafa is now following. Many thanks. I hear you there, JW. Now, I've seen the satellite pictures of the runway, and I don't think it's even gravel so much as dirt. But hey, if you got the money for this kind of airplane, you got the money to, you know, fix it or something. Okay, so they're not completely enclosed. There's 6 knots. How you doing, 6 knots? Break the barricade. I'd honestly be quite shocked if there's any kind of approach to this airport other than visual. Isn't Alaska pretty? Even the most remote remotes? I can words. Most remote parts of Alaska are somehow very beautiful. Ooh, DC-6 for the win. Yeah, words are very hard. Anybody that says the English language is easy is off their rocker. English is hard. English is very messy. English is what happens when you mix Latin and Germanic. Roger, Captain. English is a very, very, very messy language. I mean, just look at there. Is it there, there, or there? Yeah. We're gonna do the visual only. Because it's fun. Although we may have to loop around north and oh look, the map stopped again. That's a bug. So basically, well, I can use the... Well, if it's dragging and it's... Yeah, so there, we're going to have to basically, because of the wind, swing north and come around this way. Granted, it's a light wind. I'd rather not have any... It's still a crosswind, and it's going to... It'll still have an effect. Well, you know. At least we have... By doing this, we can at least get the engine controls working. Or engine aisles, gauges, instruments, whatever you want to call them. You can see what the engine's doing. There goes a bird man. Bird man. Wait, that's Soul Man. Close enough. Oh no! Oh, well, that's interesting. It could be one of those airports where it's kind of an airport, but not really. It's just to the north of Papa Alpha Bravo Romeo, or Browerville, just north of Browerville, PABR. So it's just north of that. And if I remember the satellite imagery correctly, it's literally on a strip of land. We're gonna bring this little town so many supplies, it's not gonna know what to do with itself. It would be kind of nice to have like a cargo version, because you could get some small pallets in there. Like you take the seats out. There they are. Granted, for hauling cargo, I'd almost rather have something like a caravan. It's slower, but you're going to get more useful load. And then there, I know FedEx and Cessna have been developing in conjunction with each other was it the Sky Courier? So it's a twin turbo turboprop. It actually doesn't look too bad aesthetically. I kind of wish they hadn't gone with the T-tail and gone with the traditional tail. It would have looked better, but whatever. I want somebody to make a real Sea Duck. That's what I want. Bring back the Sea Duck. So that should be PABR. And right there, I believe, is our strip. Right there. And we're going to land on it. Shall start our descent into madness. Madness, you say? Madness. Yes. I have been there for a long time, but it is about time that I have company.
Yes.
All the voices agree. Years ago, it's like I started on the descent when I was born. Oh, I better not get too carried away. Hey, Stairway. Well, I do appreciate you popping the stream regardless. Should be somebody flying later today. Somebody somewhere. There always is. We're just finishing up our flight here in Alaska. I see a Captain Seppi. 6 knots, Druid Suits, Arborchetta, Kozaki Flyer, Captain Seppi, the Thunderflies. There's Renoir. Google McTavish, Ailerons into the Wind. Why, thank you. They are the CPPR nameplates. Yes. Well, and the red name tags are really nice when you fly at night. Easy to see without, you know, being too annoying. Something. You know. So our strip is right here. Right on that little strip. This is PABR, a real airport. But we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna land on this one. So we're gonna go out north of it and then turn around. They get better each and every time, Stairway. Alright, so we're going to just go ahead and disable the autopilot because we're going to do a lot of this manually anyhow. Reduce our power. This is essentially the northernmost airfield in the United States that I'm aware of. Up a little bit, lose some speed so we can put some gear down. You're coming down, 1 notch of flaps coming down. Alaska, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Fireflies. Continuing mission is to land in places that they shouldn't have been. Boldly go and land where no one's landed before. The ice cream has been consumed just in time for landing. It's definitely unique. There's no questioning that. I don't think any sane person would have chosen to take a TBM here. Then again, I'm not sane, so woohoo! Alright. On that. And notch of flaps coming down. Oh, no, not what I wanted to zoom in. You. Kind of aiming for where Birdman is. Thank you, Linda. Power, because we're real low. Sun's getting real low. Oh, nice. We're definitely at the juncture of, it's not the length of the runway, it's making sure I find it's actually the runway, not landing on somebody's house. It is, or it is. Almost lined up. Okay, the satellite imagery made it look kind of like dirt. This makes it look like it's paved, so I'm now very confused. Ooh, she is not very flat. Slide the nose down. Nice. Flaps coming up. Not my softest landing of the night. Okay, those come off. We don't have anything back on nav. Lights come off. Parking set. Pitot heat off. Avionics off. And down so we get the light logged. There's Beneval. Comes ailerons. Closely by Dougal. Renoir. All right. Take it easy, JW. The turbo stuff became more realistic. I honestly couldn't tell you realistic or not because I don't have a real world comparison. I know it's a topic that or something they were going to address, I believe, in Sim Update 5 and ongoing, but as for whether it's realistic or not, I couldn't honestly say. There's Renan, Dougal. There's Captain Seppi coming in with the DC-6. Doing a low pass. Or is he landing? I think he's landing. There's Druid. Seppi, a little bit of a bounce. Another bounce. Captain Seppi's going around. Come on, PMDG, fix the multiplayer sounds. Yeah, I am running the TBM improvement mod, Stairway. No, Goblin, it really is not flat. It is very lumpy. Oh, this is gonna be carnage. Oh, frozen. Oh, oh. Aardvark, hold on to her. Hold on to it. That threw him for a loop. The last sim update really helped the TBM. I don't even run the Mugs mod anymore. Nice. I'd be lying if I said that, or if I didn't say that I'm totally just running the improvement mod to be able to open the doors. That's like my main motivation for running the mod. Yeah. Yeah. What can you do? I know it's weird. It's a very odd thing, but it's like one of those little bits of immersion. Oh, that's fair. So here comes Arbachetta. Oh, I absolutely agree with you, Stairway. It is funny. Look at them. Look at these legends. That's a full overhead. Oh. You got that right, Dougal. You've got that 100% right. So with that said, I do want to thank everybody for the wonderful stream today, for coming along. All the new follows. There's a lot of new follows today. You know, I'm really, really grateful for every one of you for taking the time out of your day to swing by and look at my channel, for the follows, for chatting, for flying along. It all means the world to me. It's just absolutely crazy. But, you know, I do want to thank everybody for it. And it just means a lot. So we're going to do a bit of a raid as we close out the stream today, but I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for flying along, for being in the chat, for lurking, and for the follows and subscribing and all that stuff. It all helps support me, and it all just means a lot. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Will do, Dougal. But we're going to do a raid, but until next time, be good to each other, Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Take care.